What is up, guys? Today I want to talk about just mindset, purely like life and mindset. Mindset, and why I say to develop it is because it's mindset is like a thing where if you develop your mindset, everything else kind of falls into place to an extent. And I think improving your physical strength and physique also helps with your mindset. But in general, like just having a good mindset is going to allow you to get to a point where you can basically get anything you want done because you're probably going to have the mindset to do it. You're going to have the work ethic in your mind. You're going to have tranquility and peace in your mind when something bad happens. You're going to be able to handle your emotions. You're going to be able to go through struggle better. You're going to keep your mental health in check when something bad happens. Like everything's kind of related in life to mindset. A lot of people struggle with emotions and just keeping your mind straight. Like it doesn't matter if you have a lot of money or not, or if you have whatever. If you still can't keep your mindset right, nothing matters. I've kind of touched on this a little bit in the past videos that I've made, a couple of videos, but I feel like I just want to talk about it in an overall sense, how important it is. I feel like I see this a lot in other people in life, is where people just kind of lack in mindset. Like they lack work ethic, they lack being able to get things done in any area of life. It doesn't matter if it's social, work, studies, business, whatever. Like people struggle because they don't have the mindset to get stuff done. A lot of people just struggle with this really basic stuff with mindset, and then they struggle with their own emotions. They don't get anything done because of that, and they maybe even kind of hurt other people around them because of their own lack of emotional control, and lack of knowledge in a sense. And I think mindset is such an important thing for everybody to improve. Like without my mindset I would be nothing, to be honest. I would break down if I didn't have the mind I have now. Like going through hardship is obviously a part of improving our mindset, but I think also improving the level of wisdom you have, maybe absorbing more wisdom from people, learning from other people's experiences helps you to improve your mindset. And listening to people who have a good mindset allows you to kind of absorb what they're thinking and how they act maybe a little bit, and how they kind of move through life. And that's can be kind of like motivating slash like kind of help rewire your brain in a certain way, in a sense. I wouldn't say all things. The mind is kind of like a sponge in a sense. Like it absorbs a lot of information, but not all of that information should maybe be absorbed. Like there's some things that you probably just should not absorb into your mind, that might make your mind a worse place rather than a better place to be in. So I feel like there's a lot of people who absorb a lot of bad information too, and they kind of like they turn very toxic in their mind rather than improving. They maybe had the intention to improve, but on the other hand they kind of ended up not improving. Instead they became worse. So kind of watch what you absorb into your mind, because it's going to reflect on the way you act and the way your mindset is. And this could come from any outside source, your friends, your news, whatever you consume is gonna absorb into your mind to an extent, even subconsciously, and you're going to act a certain way or have certain thoughts because of that. So your mind is a very sacred place, and you should very much guard it as much as possible, and not let the wrong people give you information in that you shouldn't have, or that is not good for you. In a sense, you kind of have to spend some time by yourself, honestly, and develop your own mindset and who you are as a person, to be able to kind of guard your own world, in a sense, guard your own thoughts, guard your own mind, and to be able to kind of stand strong in your own beliefs and in your own mindset so that you can handle what's external, what's outside, the people and all the negativity and whatever information coming in. You need to be able to kind of filter all that through your own mindset and belief system you've built. So you kind of need to build that before you can handle. If you just go into the world, as a lot of people actually go into the world, they absorb everything from external that's coming to them, parents, friends, whatever. And those might not be good friends, those might not be maybe great parents or great information coming from a source. And they absorb all that, then they kind of they start internalize that information, and then they externalize it. So they end up becoming something they don't want to become because they didn't build their own, they didn't absorb the right information. And due to that, they basically become something that they should not be. A lot of people end up falling like that, and it's kind of sad, but it's like, it's very hard to avoid and access the right information. Like, avoiding the wrong information and accessing the right information is very difficult, because if you want to access the right information and the right wisdom and whatever, it takes some searching. You have to be kind of maybe intelligent enough or wise enough to already go search for the information. So, or you have something in your life has to happen that makes you go down the path of searching for the right information. Like, a lot of people might say they know that the right information exists, but a lot of people don't actually know what the right information is. And I feel like with this modern world, we're kind of bombarded on social media and everything with all this information that's really not useful to the brain we have. And we're not used to having this much access to information and wisdom and knowledge at the same time. We never had this kind of access that we have now to knowledge, and there's so much bad knowledge too, and people are spreading information all the time. That's why you see all these controversies and people talking about this subject and arguing over it and whatever. And there's a lot of that because information spreads so quickly and everything is studied and so on. So there's a lot of information. You kind of have to take away from this video is basically develop your own mindset and belief system and act on that. And then you can filter out what external sources are giving you information. So you kind of have to find the right source of information, develop your mindset, and then you're ready to face the outside world and what it has to offer. And you can filter out what is good and what is bad for you, in a sense. And that's honestly the advice I would have today. Thank you for watching. If there's a will, there's a way.